couple drives hours to save Grandpa's dog from being put down.
But before we start, please take a moment to give this video a like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you'll never miss these great stories.
When Ashton Hart's grandpa passed away of COVID recently, one of his first thoughts was if he had any pets that might need his help. He and his grandpa had fallen out of touch and hadn't spoken in 6 years, so he wasn't sure if he'd had a dog or not, but when he found out he did, he immediately knew what he had to do. Hart found out that his grandpa's dog, now named Oat Milk Latte, was likely going to be put down, so he and his husband decided to drive the 3 hours to go and get him. They knew absolutely nothing about the dog they were on their way to rescue, but it didn't matter. They loved him before they even saw him. It wasn't a question we would adopt him. My husband has wanted a dog for a while, and we had just started foster and were about to start volunteering at Paws to try and find a new friend, Hart told the Dodo. I've worked mostly in animal activism for my adult career before buying my business, so there was no way I was letting him be put down. When they arrived, the dog they found was a big, chunky guy, who definitely had a lot of issues. He was overweight, extremely dirty, and had very matted fur. They knew he could potentially have a bunch of health issues after not being cared for properly, but they didn't care. In their minds and hearts, Oat Milk Latte was already their dog. The poor dog was so sweet but also so exhausted. His new dads loaded him into the car and drove the 3 hours back home, so excited to get to know their new best friend.
My grandfather died of COVID and we found out he had a dog they were going to put down. So we drove across the state to go rescue him. He is an Australian Shepherd and extremely overweight, but beyond that we don't know about his past. Welcome home, sweet boy. Now it's time for a diet and activity change ASAP.
Despite the condition he was in, Hart knew his grandpa had still loved Oat Milk Latte, and the sweet dog had clearly loved him, too. While he is very, very sweet, he definitely is grieving, Hart said. Every day we've had him now, he's been getting a little better, but it's a process. Losing someone is hard, especially for dogs. They depend on us for everything. My grandfather's neglect to take care of the dog's health aside, I assume he loved his animal in his own way. The couple knows that Oat Milk Latte needs time to settle into his new life, but they're confident that with proper care and lots of love, he's going to be so happy in his new home. He needs a lot of vet care, and they're slowly getting that all figured out for him. They had no idea what they were getting themselves into when they drove 3 hours to pick him up, but now, they can't imagine having done anything else. He's their dog, and they're so excited to get to know him and watch him blossom over time. We had no idea what he would be like, but he's perfect for us, Hart said.